Welcome back to the Farming Sims channel. I'm on Griffin Indiana 19 and this is episode 23. It's late on day 4. It's just gone 6 p.m. in the evening. The light at this time of day is a little off for really good recording. I've just finished a whole heap of contracts for fertilizing. It's the end of day 4, and at the end of last episode I picked up the second harvester with the header, fast harvest header. After I did field 11, I ran through and did 31, 29, 23, 25, 27. Then I came back around at sunset for field 4. Most of it was either canola or wheat, and I made a really good profit or return from spending $450,000 on the harvester and header. I made around about $250,000, roughly speaking, doing all of those harvesting contracts. You can see that the fields that are ready to harvest are my own fields, 13, 15 and 16. They've just popped up while I was doing the other harvests, but I will leave those to the morning. I have a new update. Precision Farming was updated this week. It says it's only translations. It doesn't mention any changes, as far as I can tell, to the mod, but I will keep an eye on that. If anyone does see anything different with Precision Farming, wouldn't mind if you drop me a message in the comments. That would really help me out. But I will keep an eye on that. Financially speaking, I do like to do a really quick financial update on the end of day 4 in any of my games. And the reason for that is you can see on Sunday, you can see that I started the game on Monday. You can see my expenses here, and where I did make a little bit of money is some vehicles that I sold, but I've basically run the same vehicles all the way through the game. I did sell some spreaders, and I purchased today on day 4, I did purchase a second harvester and a new Taurus spreader. I put chickens in with the chicken sheds. You'll see if I drop down one line, property income is at 0. And then if I scroll down, you'll be able to see my income over the 4 days. 800,000 on day 1, Monday. $1 million on Tuesday, $1 million on Wednesday. Today we're sitting at about $880,000 income. And if I run a couple of fertilizing contracts that have just popped up in the list as well after the harvesting was done, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7's no good. So 1, 2, 3, 4 very good fertilizing contracts sitting there, about $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 probably. Field 5's right next to me, and so the first thing I want to do before the day ends this episode is I've given you a financial update, but I am going to spend the money that I have on a truck. Now there is a frenzy at the moment because the Phoenix has come out and everybody has gone and got the Phoenix. I have run the Phoenix as a test. I do like the sound of it. I think it does start to get on my nerves a little bit after running it for a while. Just confirming that field 5 is in front of me here. So I'll start with my trailer choice. Rice 1 or the RYC 1 is the brand. It is the RYC 120 because it originally came out as 120,000 litres. Okay, so I've decided on black trailer with the white cover, Michelin tires, wides. Capacity will blow out to 250,000 litres unreal capacity. Very nice. Only $93,000. Don't have to think twice about that one. Okay, I have decided on the 82 Studios TLX Phoenix. I'll just zoom that back a little. It's the sleeper without the airfoil on top. The Phoenix wheels are fairly crazy. The decals, I went with the white sides. Standard mirrors, mud guards full across the back. The Aussie bull bar on the front. I went with a red underglow. Racks with lights on the back. The engine set up at 1100 horsepower. The exhausts are straight angled. And we're done for $131,000. Five is complete, $11,000. 10, accept. You should be okay. Let's jump to the shop. Here we are at the shop. We are in our 82 Studios TLX Phoenix. Brakes are good in it. hard to see. There is traffic coming here, so I'll just wait for him to go past. Yeah, brakes are very good in it. Not too bad, not too bad. I like that. Very nice. Very nice. That's a nice purchase for today. The new truck, the second harvester, and the new spreader. Just quickly checking on the spreader. It's not missing very much at all. Is it having issues with realignment? No. It's very close to the edge, but looks okay. So this weekend, a new map came out. It is called American Life by Lancy Boy. Lancy Boy is one of the most popular mod map designers, I would say, that's out there. He did make Stone Valley, which was highly anticipated by everybody. It did have a couple of issues with the map when it first came out, Stone Valley. I was somewhat disappointed that I had to lose my first game on Stone Valley due to an update coming out which required a new save game. I did start a new game on Stone Valley, but I'd put quite a few hours into it before the update had even come out. So that was a little bit disappointing for me. It was really my first experience of that happening, where I sort of lost a good number of hours and quite a nice save game. I tend to leave the map alone until the first update comes out, and that's worked quite well for me for the last, I don't know, when did Stone Valley come out? Late last year, probably. And since then, I don't play 1.0 maps. For example, I had a muck around on Griffin, Indiana. I knew there would be an update. I knew it would need a new save file. I waited basically until the update was done, and then I started this series. I've done that with the last few maps that I've played seriously, and I'll be doing the same with American Life. I was very tempted to do what everyone else is doing this weekend and go and play it, but to be honest, I really enjoy this map. I'm really enjoying this series. I had no hesitation to come on and continue playing here, even though I really do want to go and have a quick look at it myself. The new map, that is. But I won't be rushing out to start a new series on it. I think most people will, and therefore this week will be flooded with a lot of new content on the map. But I also don't just like... So I did some research before I started Griffin, Indiana. I had played on it for probably about 20 hours. Before the update had come out, and I didn't get too deep into it, but I did test out the map a little bit, the sell points, the starting farm. I didn't like the starting farm up on the hill. There was a lot of issues with the starting farm on the original 1.0 version, and so I just thought, when the update comes out, I'll just start playing. I won't own a farm. I'll play farm manager, and I'll build my own farm at some point in time. So I guess everyone's going out and learning the new map to a certain degree. I tend to go and have a short play and learn the map before I want to start a series on it. I guess the reason for that is I don't necessarily enjoy watching someone learn from the beginning. I'm going to collect on field 10, and I'm going to start field 22, which is this one just here. I do like watching someone, make mistakes and learn. I understand that process. I do it myself. Even after all this time of playing, I'm still learning. I'm still making mistakes. That's definitely going to happen. None of us are perfect. I'm not trying to play a perfect game here. But at the same time, I would like a sort of a fairly good understanding of the map, what strategy I might take in my startup in particular. Your startup is critical. Um, if you make a couple of bad decisions on day one, that can really change the way your next 4 or 5 days might go on a map. We're finishing day 4 here, and essentially it's around about 60 hours of game time. I'm thinking it is 65 hours of game time. It's not. I haven't played 24/7 at real time on the map, but 4 days is 100 hours. So I've missed 35 hours from sleeping a couple of nights. I've slept a little bit, and I did turn it up to ×5 a little bit. But those first 4 days are kind of critical in how your farm will progress, whether it will be successful over those first 4 days or whether you're still really struggling to get somewhere. I think I've had a lot of fun starting on this map in farm manager mode with nothing but the harvester and the field, and I've got a nice little operation running here now where we're moving into end game scenarios where I'll start thinking of purchasing better equipment and making better farms on the map. I have a lot of slots to work with. My slot count is 837 at the moment. So I've got 500. I've got 500 slots there almost. So I would say that this series is not done. A lot of players right now would be considering ending their series and starting a new series on Lancy Boy's American Life map. And obviously that will attract a lot of views, I guess. A lot more than what I'm getting. But I think I'll wait, guys. I would like to do something different on that. It's a big map. I'm actually considering doing multiplayer on it. I do have a number of players that would be interested in playing that map with me. I played a long time with Joe, a good friend of mine who is the Crazy Crew, and we do a lot of racing together. We do a lot of farming together. He did post actually a Mustang race we had a little while back. I've been trying to get him to post some videos lately. So he put up a race that we did. Might be worth checking out. You'll find it in my playlists. There's a link, I think, to my last episode. Maybe I'll put one in this episode as well. I'll put a link to the Crazy Crew. Joe's a really, really nice guy. I really enjoy playing Farming Simulator and Gran Turismo with him as well. He plays dirt. I like Formula One as well. Yeah, so there's a couple of other guys that I've played with over a long period of time that I wouldn't mind picking up a multiplayer with. Maybe a collaboration with some guys I've met online which have got their own channels. there's a nice community out there of farming simulator players that are around. Some of them are not so great, but a lot of them are really nice people, and I would definitely enjoy playing multiplayer with a couple of them. Krikcet comes to mind, for example. He started a new channel. I might put a link to his channel in my description as well. He's a new YouTube channel that's doing some live streams and doing some Let's Play videos. He's got a couple of series running at the moment. I think this morning I saw him live stream The New American Life. He's probably done an episode 1 or a startup episode on that, so I'll definitely be checking that out after I finish this recording session. So if he has, I might put a link up in the description. You should go and check out his channel. I'd really like to play multiplayer with Krikcet. He's got a Discord channel that you can go and have a chat to him if you want. Yeah, so I think I'd like to do something different with something as big as American Life. Yeah.
Slow down, mama, why you talk so mean? Good Lord, Nashville, it ain't what it seems. You got nice clothes, late night shows, boogie down at the bar, fiddle tunes and homemade booze, but it always goes too far. Shooting pool, crack a jack, take off now and don't look back, but hey, don't you wanna play? Hold on, sugar, why you look so sad? Come on now, mama, ain't nothing here so bad. You got fast cars, movie stars, party on down the street with Mary Jane, good cocaine, laying it down there to eat. You can double down, throw some dice, you can take off now, don't think twice, but hey, don't you wanna play? Baby, come on. Tell me where you wanna go. But baby, I don't work down there anymore. No, I don't. Come on now, mama, don't you hesitate. Grab my hand, where we land. I got the champagne. We can knock it back, get on track. Jump on, ride this thing. Double down, roll the dice. Take off now, don't think twice. Hey, don't you wanna play? Say hey.
So what we just had there was a worker driving through my own field. When I started this series, it was actually the first time that I had run crop destruction since very early on when I first started playing. I do remember having crop destruction on. The worker then did something stupid, reversed over my crop and destroyed a whole heap of it. I'm pretty sure it was a worker. I'm not 100% sure on that. Could have been me. But I switched it off. And I never switched it back on again for for all the amount of time that I've been playing. When I started this series, I thought I'd heard that they'd fixed up crop destruction over time with some updates in Farming Simulator. So I thought I'll give it a try and see what it's like now. I made a mistake of just randomly driving around thinking I could do crop destruction, and that was obviously not the case. Very early on in the series, I was trying to work out what would be destroyed and what wouldn't. In simple terms, I guess workers can't destroy any crop now, even on your own fields while you're working them. And the only fields that can be destroyed are your own fields by your own hand. So any crop destruction that's happened during this series has only happened due to me doing it. No worker can do crop destruction, and you can't do it on contract fields, you can't do any on random fields. It's only your own. So I should point that out, that I wasn't really up to date with what crop destruction was like. I hadn't played it since, more than a year ago, when I first time I switched on the game. I think I had crop destruction on, and it's quite possible it hasn't been back on again since then, because I was always fearful that something like this would just destroy my crop with a worker. And it does add an element of care you need to take when you're working your own fields, but it's not so bad. It's quite easy to make sure that you're just doing your harvest right. And with precision farming, I'm doing a single layer of fertilization. I'm not doing 2 fertilization stages on my own fields. And if it was seasons, it would be 3. With precision farming, it brings it down to a single fertilization state, and you can set the flow rate onto automatic, so it automatically fertilizes at the correct level. So you don't have to get all technical with precision farming and know exactly what it needs to be. You just set it on auto and it will do that. So I'm not doing fertilization stages on my own fields in 2nd and 3rd growth like you would in seasons, for example. I'm just doing a fertilization stage when I plant, and that's it. It's ready to go. Once I seed and fertilize, the field is ready, and I don't have to go back over it again. So that kind of cancels out the crop destruction problem that you have when fertilizing late, like on a field like this one. I guess if this was my own field and I was driving over the top of it myself, I would be doing crop destruction. So I thought I'd just update that. That was one of the lessons that I learnt. I've had a few of those during the series. I would say that's probably the biggest one, because I haven't played with the crop destruction on. I've learned a lot with precision farming. I had played precision farming a little before this series, but how easy it is and how much more money it makes, how much more yield it makes. On a map like this as well, we'll cancel him and we'll stop him there. It makes sense to play precision farming on a map that the map designer has taken the time to give you, good soil. This is good farming area. So the soil, he has given really good soil qualities on this map. I can't say that for all map designers. A lot of them seem to just do random lines in the field of different soil types. But if you're looking at precision farming and you're looking at the yield percentage that it's going to give back to you, around about 95% in precision farming is equal to 100% in base game. So if the field says it's 95% or better, then you're getting a better yield from playing precision farming than what you are in base game. And then you're also only doing one level of fertilization and not 2 in base game or 3 in seasons. So there's also the advantage there of the easier fertilization that's required. So we're back at the farm. We've run a couple of fertilizing contracts. And that's really all I wanted to do for the end of day. I will, it is possible that I run a couple off camera that come up. But this was today. To celebrate the end of day 4, we have a RYC 250,000 litre trailer with the Phoenix. It is the sleeper with the angled pipes, twin pipes. It's also got the light bar on the back, and it's just a standard short axle. It's not the extended rigid colour scheme of black and white, with the Australian bull bar on the front. Very fitting.